Angela here, Strike TV. I'm here with Dailey and Vincent. I don't have any words. Do you, Brian?
Most people don't.
No. Let me try to summarize this. The rock stars of bluegrass.
Perfect.
Or
How's
the
that?
dynamic duo.
The dynamic duo. We're also thinking about that too, because really, I don't think you can't put words or you can't put it into words.
Yeah, y'all have done it all. I mean, what, 5 Grammy Awards, 4 nominated Grammy Awards.
We're not even counting. I don't know.
Y'all aren't counting?
We just sing and play and we do what we do. I don't know.
And I say this. I mean, one, like all of us, major fans.
Thank you.
To have with your two talents on your own is amazing.
Thank you.
But to put the two of you together, it's inspiring.
Thank you.
You know, I mean, heck, you come in, you're selling out second night in a row.
Very thankful for that.
Yeah, and then so we have this little place in Nashville. I don't want to call it my favorite. If I was ever to be an artist, they said one place you could ever play, it'd be the Grand Ole Opry.
We're very blessed to be members of the Grand Ole Opry, and we count it as one of the biggest blessings of our lives. And we work it now probably 6 to 9 times a month in between our touring schedule, which is quite demanding. But we wouldn't have it any other way. We love being out there with our family.
In between that, we're the janitors out there, too. So we clean up after everybody leaves and sing a little bit.
I need to talk to you about that one bathroom.
That was Jamie's.
That was Jamie's, okay.
I always clean the hairspray off from the wall when Carrie Underwood leaves the dressing room.
Man.
It's First Family Country Music, you know. That's
When
we're
Carrie,
glad to wipe that off.
when Carrie did her,
Y'all better be good.
you're serious. When Carrie did her 100th show or whatever that was, they had like 100 dozen roses. I was backstage for that, and then they had all these little cupcakes and everything.
I sent the cupcakes.
Did you?
Did you make them too?
No, I just wanted to eat them.
Okay.
Hey, speaking of the 100th, what was the deal with the Marty Stewart he kind of did the first introduction with the Grand Ole Opry. What was that?
It works two ways.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about the invite. Darren can tell you about the induction. On the invite, we were celebrating 10 years of the Grand Ole Opry, of playing the Grand Ole Opry, and that's our 100th show. And the Opry called us and said, we're going to give you a 30-minute segment. It's hard to get a 30-minute segment because most
they made a
people,
mistake.
us too, most people get 2 songs and that's it.
Yeah.
And so we thought, wow, and they said, bring anybody you want to sing and play with you. So we called John Carter Cash, Johnny's son, to come sing with us. Darren called his mother, Carolyn. I called my dad, JB, who had never played the Grand Ole Opry. I said, come play the Opry with us on the Ryman stage, by the way. It was being held there for the winter. And so anyway, we went out there and we had all these wonderful people. We invited Marty Stewart to come and sing with us. And so I told Darren, I said, well, that's pretty cool. I think I see a cake back there. I bet you they're going to give us a cake for playing here 10 years. 100th show and take a few pictures, everybody clap, do the last song, leave. So everybody comes out, they sing and play with us. And then Marty Stewart comes out to do the song Rank Stranger with us. We gather around the mic, we sing it. And mind you, our families had known about this coming for over 2 months and kept it a secret and did not tell us. We had no clue this was coming.
We wonder what else they kept a secret.
Yeah, exactly. So Darren's wife told him that she was going to New York to do shopping. And I called my mother and I said, Mom, can you come and be with us at the Grand Ole Opry tonight? And she says, no, I can't be there. I'm busy. And I'm like, wow. So I was like, we're getting a 30-minute segment tonight.
Right. How much she loves him.
Yeah. Right.
A
Wow.
lot.
So long story short, we get on stage, we sing this song with Marty, and you can watch this on YouTube. But basically, he walks out, sings the song with us, and when he finishes, I say something to the effect of, that's Marty Stewart right here on the Grand Ole Opry. And he said, no, wait a minute. Marty said, we've got some business to take care of here. We're looking at him like, oh, and I thought, here comes the cake, you know.
Yeah.
I thought I had it all figured out in my head, you know. And he said, gentlemen, he said, I think you've got some family here in the audience tonight. And we're like, no, we don't. And he said, raise the house lights. And he raised the house light, and in the balcony, there's my mother and my brother and his wife, all of his family, some of our best friends from Florida and different places. We're
Indiana,
like, what in the world are they doing here? They told us they couldn't come. He said, gentlemen, the most important institution that you can be a part of in country music, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit, is that of the Grand Ole Opry. And he said it's one of the most hallowed places in country music. And he said country music needs you, and the Grand Ole Opry loves you, and the Grand Ole Opry welcomes you. And he invited us that way. He fell on the stage.
Yeah.
On my knees saying,
Yeah.
thank you, Jesus.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
He
Right?
was crying. He was,
And I mean, it was just an emotional thing. So that night they had a party for us in town, and we went to the party, and we had to send our bus and our band on to Indiana because we were doing a show the next night. So, which meant we had to drive cars. But what the coolest thing was, you're driving your car up the road, and the first call I got, I think, was from Whispering Bill Anderson, welcoming us to the family, and then Steve Warner called, and the calls kept coming. So hearing from all the family members welcoming us, and then that's how the invite works. Darren can tell you how the induction works.
and when we planned an induction in March the 11th of 2017 is when we were inducted into the Grand Ole Opry, and by our good friends Jeannie Seeley, who actually our very first paid performance in 2007. She actually brought us on stage for our very first time as Dailey Vincent at the Grand Ole Opry. So she was very significant in our life. And then we're big fans, and Old Crow Medicine Show do old time music. So
Yes.
it was the Old Crow Medicine Show and Jeannie Seeley are the two that invited us to be the 213th members of the first family of country music.
That
Wow.
is just wonderful.
And so on the way out there to do the induction, Celie looks over at me and she says, "Now don't you go out there and start crying, because if you do, I'll start crying, and I'm wearing my false eyelashes and they might fall off." So we get out there and we start the induction, and I start crying, of course.
Right, of course.
We're leaving the stage, and she puts her arm around me, and nobody can hear it. She says, "Well, I'm glad you're not wearing your false eyelashes." Only Celie. Only Celie.
Hey, not tonight, right?
Yeah, right.
Funny.
So, do you remember the song that you played as your, now that you're the 213th member? Do you remember the first song you ever played on the Opry?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, do you remember what song, what was it?
It's by The Mark.
Okay.
Gillian Welch and David Rollins wrote it. That was the very first song we ever walked out and played, just he and I.
What a song, right?
Oh my
Mandolin and
gosh.
guitar.
Yeah.
That was just so
And then, so what was your first song you played, I guess, as
As a member?
You know, I believe after the induction,
to
Darren,
My
I think we
Grave?
did I'll Go to My Grave Loving You.
Statler Brothers song.
Yeah.
And the reason we did that,
Wow.
the Statlers are my childhood heroes and dear friends of Darren and I both. All four Statlers. We never got to know Lou, of course, but Jimmy, Harold, Phil, and Don. And, their music is one of the reasons that I became a singer. So I said, Darren, if you don't mind, I would like to sing the country song that brought me to love country music. I'll Go to My Grave Loving You. As a 9-year-old kid, that's the first one I heard, and I was like in love with the Statler Brothers music. And so, man, I got to tell you, when they inducted us and that guitar kicked off with that kickoff it does on I'll Go to My Grave, I started getting chills. Here's 4,500 people sitting there, and I'm thinking, man, this is a dream come true. And we hit that, I'll go to my grave loving you, and I could just feel chills all over me. It's like, man, oh man, oh man. It was really, really special.
The thing of it is, the other option we were going to go out and do on our very first paid performance, our first performance as Dailey Vincent was Devil Went Down to Georgia. But Charlie Daniels couldn't play fiddle with us that night, and we had to not
darn.
do it. Yeah.
So we called Lady Gaga.
Charlie,
She was busy
He
with
left us standing there with egg on our face.
What's up with that?
Well, hey, with all this great success, the Grand Ole Opry, well, with your parents, y'all did a lot of stuff with your parents,
We
the
did.
family.
We did.
At the very beginning, both of y'all did. With your
Oh,
families
absolutely. Our
touring.
families are very important.
That's
to us.
how you start,
Yeah, I think he was 3
You
years
got the
old
bug.
when he started playing with his daddy, and
Yeah.
I was 2 on stage with my mom and dad. I went around the world playing with the Sally Mountain Show. My father and mother, and my sister Rhonda, my younger brother Brian. Of course, Jamie played in Gainesboro and all over, I think, Middle Tennessee and the Eastern
Yeah,
Seaboard.
Kentucky and Georgia and Tennessee mostly is all we did. But Darren, his mother said the first time he sang Harmony on Happy Birthday.
She said it was 7 or 8 months old in the car seat, so it was pretty cool.
I was in the car seat just last night. And I was
Still singing Happy Birthday.
and your false eyelashes.
I'm going to get Celie for that.
Wow.
Oh, goodness.
So, I'm just thinking about it real quick. So maybe people that
Yep.
may not be as familiar that may not be.
They're not?
What? I'm not saying us. Look, let me tell you.
Sit right there.
I like these guys so much. I made it. I made a guitar. You know what I'm saying?
How cool is that? I didn't even get to see that when I walked in.
Well, see, I'm saying it was one of those.
But you had Darren sign it, not me. What's the deal?
Well, because you
know,
were,
I'm
You
your
were
friend
eating.
now.
No,
Okay, yeah,
you were doing
my
your
friend.
eyelashes.
You win.
We will cut
right
that.
there.
So, but I mean, what songs would you tell them? Hey, what are your favorites? I know they say, well, you can't name a favorite. They're like
On the
kids.
other side, sorry.
Yeah,
Go
on the
ahead.
other. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
That's fine.
So
We hope you're playing feel good music, and on the other side, and Unsung Heroes that Jamie wrote for
Yep.
one of our records. We got videos.
one
Hopefully
of
you're
your
watching
records.
those. Yeah.
Just one of them.
Yeah.
One of the songs that's my favorite that my neighbor wrote, Karen Staley, is called "I Leave My Heart in Tennessee." It's a great country song, and we recorded it kind of the bluegrass country feel. But we're getting ready to do our very first country record, and we're going to do a country version of it, hopefully. And if it turns out good, we might even release it. But it's one of my favorite songs of all time.
Oh my goodness.
Well, let me give you an overview if people may not know us. We both grew up. I grew up in Missouri. He grew up in Tennessee. We became friends in 2001. He was singing with Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver as our lead vocals for 9 years. I spent 11 years with Ricky Skaggs playing harmony and singing harmony and playing guitar for him. Anyway, in 2001, we started like becoming friends, and had an idea that, hey, our voices blended, let's start doing some things. So a year or two later, we did a song called Beautiful Star of Bethlehem for Koch Family Records, which you can get that on iTunes. And so many people had loved what we sang on that. They said, hey, you need to do your own thing. So we formed a business together, and in 2007, January, Jamie gave a year's notice, and I gave a year's notice to Doyle and Ricky that we were leaving at the end of that year. And we had offers to go do other things, but we stuck true to our manager, Don
But
Light.
I didn't want to be a stripper in a bar. Yeah, it didn't
I
work
didn't
out.
mind it, but second job. But anyway, Don Light said, "You guys need to do something really special. Let the Grand Ole Opry be your very first paid tour date."
So we waited.
And we had all these opportunities, but we said no. We're going to wait. And man, it was so special to do that. And then after that, we did a CD in 2009 for Cracker Barrel Old Country Store called "A Tribute to the Statler Brothers."
Yes.
And a few years later after that, we did our own TV show on RFD TV, which is, I think we've been there for 4 seasons, on RFD, the Dailey Vincent Show, Saturday nights at 9:30 Eastern Time for 30 minutes. And we are currently sponsored by Springer Mountain Farms Chicken out of the Northern Hills of
Good
Georgia.
old Gus.
Yeah.
Yep, Gus Arundel. And
Yeah.
Hey,
everybody
and they
at
get
Springer
all
Mountain
this,
Farms.
the merchandise, the
DaileyVincent.com.
information on. There you
Yeah,
go.
and we
Facebook,
sing
all the
bluegrass, we sing country, we
Yeah.
sing gospel, some folk music, and if you
do it all?
like us, we're Dailey and Vincent. If not, we're Rascal Flats.
Well, hey, no, you're Dailey and Vincent.
I'm no Gary LaVox, I'll tell you.
Dailey and Vincent.
We love those guys. I'm just picking on them.
Well, hey, as bad as I hate to, I think
No,
gotta
we're not
wrap
done
this
yet.
up.
We're going.
Well, hey, y'all can talk as long as y'all want
We're
to.
going to leave, right?
No.
Yeah. So it's dailyandvincent.com.
Yep.
Yeah, or DaileyVincent.com.
And then
Dailey Vincent.
Facebook. Y'all do
Okay.
Instagram too?
Instagram.
And Jamie likes
Facebook.
phone calls, 615.
No, you can't give him my number. You can't do that.
Yeah, what is it?
282.
No.
Exactly. Now everybody's going to be trying to figure out those last 4 digits. But anyway.
No, hey, we've had a blast.
Yeah, I mean, guys, thank y'all.
hanging out
Thank you.
with
I
Dailey
mean,
and
this
Vincent.
is. We've
It's
been
an
lucky,
honor.
So this is
Thank you.
it's an honor.
An honor to meet with y'all. Thanks.
Love the
Check 'em
music,
out,
and
guys.
it's great to meet the guys.
Yeah.
Come to Nashville.
Yeah.
Be with us at the Opry.
Come see
Yeah,
'em.
we can do that.
All right.
Strike TV, Angela and Brian, Dailey and Vincent. We're out.
Bye-bye.